Hello, everybody. My name is Joseph Fox, and I am from the Spirit Lake Dakota Sioux Nation, also Mandan Hidatsa Rikara Nation, and both tribes are from North Dakota. And today I kind of want to give a little brief testimony about myself and my recovery right now. And the things that where my addictions were at was a lot was, I was involved in a lot of different drugs, whereas cocaine, methamphetamines, hallucinogen drugs, and also, but most of all, alcohol. And so, right now, I've been sober for a period of time, and the things about that I've had to encounter, that I had to come to realization about my addictions, where there was a lot of trauma within my life that I've experienced and also that I've witnessed. And once I started to focus in on healing myself, on the inner healing of those traumas, I then began to realize what causes me to medicate and others to medicate as well, and how we get lost in addiction. And so I believe a lot of what in Native America right now, what a lot of us deal with are traumatic experiences from abuse while we were growing up. And I believe it came from, the boarding school era. And it wasn't nothing that was always a part of our people, but it is our time to deal with these things now for our next future generations. And I want to be part of all of that. So part of my recovery is I want to give back to others. I have to establish a foundation with the Creator, and throughout my walk. And once I put that first, that's what gave me my heart's desire for other people. And then I started to want to make the right choices and do the right things of the Creator. So I started to follow, all the things that, what are the good things of Him, of His character. And as I began to do that, I realized I could not make a lot of those righteous decisions. And from what I realized after that was that, well, there's a reason why I couldn't make the right decisions and had to deal with, the things I've gone through in my life. So as I started to touch up on the things that were rooted inside of me from abuse and everything, the more easier it was to help make the right decisions. And so I had to be allowed, at times to be taught about things, be teachable in many different areas in my life where I thought I knew it all. Because when I figured out that I knew it all, that's what always made me fall back on my face, and I would go right back into addiction whenever I felt wounded, I felt like unwanted or anything. So there was a lot of healing for me to bring me into a part to where I even needed to be taught. And then, now walking in recovery, from what I've gained wisdom in, which were the experiences in life and everything, it helps me deal with other people as well during my recovery as being a peer support specialist, whether it's, just talking to people or participating in AA or even, Wellbriety circles. And it really helps me give the wisdom, insight to others on what might be holding them down. And so, right now I'm in just a part where I'm just serving others, and I love it. And, part of I've been, at this for 5 years, and there was times I fell flat back on my face during the 5 years, but also there was many others that picked me up and to guide me, and they came with loving arms. And so, I'm doing the same thing for others right now, and I just want to say, I would really like to, express that it's the Creator who, which brought me into focusing on how to stay well, how to stay alive, wanting to live, making the right choices and decisions in life. And, I want to learn how to be a good father. I want to learn how to be a good husband. These are the things that my heart's desire is for. And so in this process of recovery, these are the things that I'm learning right now, at the present time. But I want to encourage many others that, if when you stay focused on doing the right thing, and you put the Creator first, you're going to know He'll give you the insight in your own being on what you need to do to make the right decisions. And so one of the things that, helped me realize who I was and my identity was, I used to sing and dance as a child. Before a lot of, I started having a lot of, bad experiences in life, I used to be a singer and I used to dance. I used to love the sound of the drum, and it was automatic to me. And then I went throughout many years, without it. But when I started my recovery process, of addiction, I got back in touch with the drumming. First it started off with the drumming, and then came to dancing. So right now, the songs, that I sing, right now come, directly from the Creator. But I want to say how much it is. Once I started to sit around a drum with others, I had a different type of feeling. I felt more connectivity than anything I've ever felt with my people. It made me want to bust into tears, knowing that there was so much good around this drum, and I didn't feel it until I actually sat around the drum and I started beating. And once I learning how to keep the beat and everything, keeping time and all of that, I was just on fire. And so it's kind of became, one of my things for meditation. I would use the drum, the sound, and songs started to come to me. And as I started to sing, I started to get more in tune with my spirit. And so, from what I know about the drum is it represents a part of our heartbeat. And the mother's heartbeat, when we're in the womb, we can hear the mother's heartbeat. And that's why our children, our native children, it's so important that we keep this in our culture. We can have a relationship with the Creator and even His Son, but we must keep our culture identity, because that's what keeps us strong and alive. And so, and it is the Creator's heartbeat. It's something He's given us, and He is a Creator that created the circle. The whole earth is a circle. And so when you think about all these things, dancing and all that, when you're out there, we're expressing our worship to Him. This is what He created us to do, to dance and worship to Him with songs and praises to Him. And so when we get in touch with the drum and the songs and the dance and everything, your spirit man gets connected as well. And because we are made up of mind, body, and spirit, and our mind tries to overtake us with a lot of different things, but our spirit man is what keeps us strong. So our spirit man is hungry for them songs. It's hungry for that heartbeat of the drum. It's hungry for our feet to keep us moving and dancing, because if you really want to rise up and overcome all these things, we got to dance our way into it. And so keeping the culture part inside of us during our recovery, if it ain't inside of you now, I think it's always been inside of us. And I believe all Native Americans, our indigenous people, is what I like to call us, First Nations, that is part of us. No matter what, if we've done it in our life or not, we've always wanted a desire to do it. So I encourage others to step into it as well, because this is what we were born to do. And also, for those that are struggling out there, with addiction still right now, that are feeling hopeless right now, but they don't want to die, but they want to keep living. And even, they made choices in their life right now. My words to you is choose to live. Make it a declaration, proclaim it. I choose to live. Because when you choose to live, you're going to find your purpose. Find what your purpose is. Talk to people that are in the field, of recovery, that might be a peer support specialist. Talk to people, counselors, anyone and if you can't connect with any of those people, go to an elder, go to somebody that is not using, and ask them for some spiritual wisdom. Ask them for any kind of wisdom on how to get through on these things. But whatever you do, don't ever choose death, because you were never born to die in addiction. You're never born to die because of the bottle or needles or any type of drug that's out there. That is a lie. And I just, my prayer to you is find the main key thing to stay alive and to get well and to conquer your addiction is establish your relationship with the Creator. And that just takes a few words. And I just want to say, tell the Creator you choose to live, but you don't know how to do it, and you want to do it. And once you do that, he will send, people your way to help you, because He does listen. So prayer is, and we are people that pray. We are spiritual beings, we know that as Native Americans. And so we always got to look through prayer. So my biggest thing, is always through prayer. It'll save you, and it can save, our people. But we gotta, we gotta choose to live ourselves. So with that, I'm gonna bring this to a closing. And once again, my name is Joseph Fox, and I am an overcomer. And all I want to say is, for all of my relations, everything that's in living that was created, we're gonna keep on living, and we're gonna keep going, and we are gonna take our part as leaders in the in the great cycle, or in the great circle of life, what we were created for. Wahomitakias.